Kate, Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in... A couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL.
Last game of Madden NFL 25 for me. It's been a great ride.
Those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 25 on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A first down carry for Pacheco. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And again, he can't manage anything. Defense all over him at the line.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Third down, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. Cut out for him to find ways to attack him today.
On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. That one's complete to London. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Oh, what a stiff arm. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Man in motion here. On 1st down, here's Penix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. 16 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. Penix on 1st down. Throw reeled in by London. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Putting a receiver in motion. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Penix now on 1st down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Penix looking to pass. Got a man, it's London. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
Allen reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Tucker adds the PAT. And And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. It's Pacheco again. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Setting up the screen. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Penix. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get it positioned to swat it away. That is well done.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. 1 quarter down, a lot more ahead here in Super Bowl 64. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Minneapolis right after this. Second quarter about set to begin. Welcome back, everybody, to Super Bowl 64. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. And quick to the left, it's caught. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up now, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
On the option, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Call it a lone yard on the run. It's going to be 4th down. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They send a man in motion. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. That play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to step out a yard or two short of the 30.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down throw, Mahomes. He throws a bullet deep to the... This is brought in at the 50. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back to the well again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They put Flowers in motion right. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They go play action, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Again, Mahomes to throw. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football work on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They send the tight end in motion. Here's Pacheco on 3rd. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Field goal team running out as the Chiefs will go for 3. This one from 47 yards away. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Hall there to haul it in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Falcons looking for a score before halftime. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Penix here from the gun. He has the first over the middle. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Penix on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Penix. That one's complete to London. It's inside the 10. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. That's good for 6 yards. They're going to have 2nd and goal now at the 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Penix working from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. Drake London with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, clock's going to run unless that defense burns one of its 2 remaining timeouts. We've hit halftime in the biggest game of them all, Super Bowl 64. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. Both these teams making their final adjustments. It's about time to get back out to the Super Bowl. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Kate Scott.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Another carry for him. Still finding room past the 45. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying an option play, headed left. And down he goes before he can get back to the line.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long for him here. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Atlanta. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Right back to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
To the air, Mahomes. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing again, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
The Falcons and this running back headed back out for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. This is Allen on the give. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Right back to Allen. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Setting up the screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. He'll just call for a fair catch here, and what incredible field position for them after that kick. So no return on that punt. And the Chiefs will start their drive in optimal field position. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The 2nd down run by Pacheco. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. A.J. Terrell making that stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Third and just 2 to go. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it. by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. Back to throw Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Play action. Here's Penix. To the sideline. Secured by London. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go play action. Here's Penix. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They've got a man in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man left. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Jacobs gets it on the drum. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So Super Bowl 64 and our season down to one last quarter. It's the Falcons with it, hoping to erase memories of Super Bowl 51 and win their 1st title. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Man in motion here. Going ground on 1st and goal. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Throw wheeled in by London. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and 13. He's going to push one deep. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
The visitors and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On the handoff, Allen. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1. It's Allen again. Tries to power through him, and the ball is loose. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. The Falcons picked up the fumble and ran it home. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder. You got to play longer than your opponent. And when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes now. That one's complete, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a... That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Mahomes. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Third and just 2 to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. It's Pacheco again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. There'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here. They'll run it with Pacheco. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Defense with an excellent opportunity and a stop here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Penix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a pickup of 26. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Dump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Hits his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Falcons about set to celebrate this win. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Third and long for him here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the first down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It's fielded at the 14. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Mahomes on first and 10. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got him, that's Pacheco. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
So this one goes against the offense.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Special teams staying on the sideline. They're going for this on fourth. Running it after the penalty. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
And the biggest party in America is being held in Atlanta tonight. The Falcons have just won the Super Bowl. The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, ready to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Atlanta Falcons, champions of Super Bowl 64. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch you all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.